multiplying complex conjugates, what we're saying is we're going to take a number, a complex number like 1 plus 7i. And what's the complex conjugate of this? This is our number. This is our complex number right here, isn't it? So what's the conjugate of this complex number? Right, 1 minus. So I'm kind of looking at it like this, Will. So then when I start to write, I'm just going to write the same thing again. So I should be better. And all I'm going to do is take the opposite sign that I have here. So if this had been a negative, I would have put a positive here. But this is a positive, so its complex conjugate is a negative. What happens when we multiply them? Well, what does this turn out to look like when we multiply this? What pattern? It's difference of squares pattern, isn't it? But that's what I was saying before, John. We're using this on purpose to make something happen, because in a minute we're going to start dividing complex numbers, and we're not allowed to have, it has to come out in the form a plus bi. So we have to make sure that works. So let's just FOIL this out really quick and make sure that this works. We have 1, oh, sorry, good job, minus 7i, right? Plus, good job, 7i, I squared. We talked about this a minute ago, that we know that the value of I is -1. Sorry, it's the square root of -1, isn't it? And therefore, I squared must be square root of, you're right, but square root of -1 squared. Therefore, you're absolutely right. I squared is equal to -1. So this is a replacement value. So that's really smart. So if you're seeing this, if you're seeing an I squared, you realize you can take that out, because it says here I squared is -1. So we take out our I squared and put in -1, and then we'll start to gather like terms. -7i plus 7i, 0, so that just goes away. We have -49 times -1 is +49, plus this 1 right here, right, is equal 50. And what I said to you is, if your professor asks you to give this in the form of a complex, not a complex conjugate, but a complex number, this would be 50 plus 0i. Good job, plus 0i. All right? So, if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Your comments are always welcome. That was Maggie doing that voice. It sounds just like mine. Well done. Yeah, no more singing. We had singers in our last video. It didn't work out well.